Everyone wants to time the market, and what I mean by that is everyone wants to buy a house at like the best time, the lowest time, when the prices are the lowest or the interest rates are the lowest. Everyone wants to sell at the height of the market. And when you hear market updates like these from real estate agents, you often think, well, how can it be a good time to sell and a good time to buy at the same time? Well, it's not. Let me tell you what's happening right now. Interest rates are finally, and I mean finally, starting to cool. What's happening in the US economy right now is that the Federal Reserve is finally noticing we've got inflation under control. And what they're announcing from the rooftops is this big victory achievement. We're almost there yet. We might need a little bit more time here, but we're likely to hit what's called a soft landing. What the heck's a soft landing? It simply means that that's what the government's been trying to do. They've been trying to get us to this point where we don't fall off a cliff and have a really hard time in the economy. We actually have a nice, easy landing and we get out of this recessionary period that we've been in. Well, you may notice that realtors are posting everywhere about this 10-year Treasury note. What the heck is that and why does that matter? Well, the US 10-year Treasury note tracks for the most part with mortgage interest rates. And what that means is this: as the 10-year Treasury rises, well, interest rates seem to rise as well. And when it falls, interest rates appear to fall as well. Now, there are more complicated things to this, but I'm going to simplify this for just our everyday use. Let me get really complicated for just a second. Investors, when they go to the market and they want to buy something that's like super secure on Wall Street, they either have pretty much two choices. One, they can buy the US's debt in the form of Treasury bonds, or they can buy the next strongest thing that's out there, United States mortgages. We call these mortgage-backed securities. Think of them almost like two gas stations that are across the street from each other. When one raises their prices a little bit, so does the other. And when this one drops their price, well, so the other one comes down. They're trying to be a competitive next choice to the other. Well, right now, the 10-year Treasury note is starting to decline and it's actually becoming more affordable, which means that mortgage-backed securities are also starting to fall. This is because we've actually gotten to a point where the market itself believes that we're beyond this recession period and now we're hopeful of the future, and now these 10-year Treasury notes are starting to drop, and same with the interest rates. So here's how to time when to get a mortgage. Right now, we've got enough data and news, let's call it, from the Federal Reserve that any interest rates that you have today, they've pretty much already what we call baked in the pricing that we know that the rates are going to start to drop a little bit. So as you watch this 10-year Treasury note, just because it drops doesn't mean your interest rate's going to drop right away. That pricing's kind of already baked in there for now. Now, while I'm not an economist, I'm certainly boots on the ground, seeing and showing homes and talking with real estate agents all over the country. And here's what we hear. By around March or April, and definitely into the summer, we're highly likely to see a bunch of rate drops. And those have not yet been baked into the pricing of current interest rates. And so roughly around that March-April period, you're gonna start to see rates get a lot more attractive. But here's the danger. If you've almost tuned out, come back. I have to share with you this. If you wait to buy a house until those interest rates have dropped a little bit, you're gonna be out of luck. And here's what I mean by out of luck. You're gonna be competing against so many buyers who have been waiting to buy a house until those interest rates drop, and now all of a sudden we've got massive competition. You're gonna start to see those multiple offers again, going over the asking price, competing like crazy. And so if you got discouraged years ago, oh my goodness, you're about in it again. So here's what my recommendation would be. It's my job to look out for clients, buyers and sellers alike. So here's what I would do if I was thinking about buying a house. Number one, talk to your loan pro right now. I don't know who you use. We've got some great suggestions at the bottom of this email and video, but if you haven't got a great loan pro, reach out to me. My second suggestion is this. Right now, there's a huge opportunity where home prices are actually cooling still and likely will cool for the next few months during these cyclical winter months. It's typical for the prices to cool right now. But once we get into that spring market, be ready, buckle up, the prices are about to go up yet again. My third and last recommendation is this. Equity should be on your mind right now. Home appreciation is slated to go up yet again into 2024. And so my recommendation would be, although you might want to get that interest rate that's a little bit lower, shopping now may give you the opportunity to not only be in less competition right now, but will also get you a house before all of this appreciation. And then as the rates continue to dip, refinance later on in the year or into the next year. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this has been a helpful tip. Please share this video with someone who you know who's been thinking about selling a house or buying a house in the next 2 years. That's right, 2 years. Even if you're heard them saying, oh, maybe in a little bit, share this video with them. The reason is because a lot of people they just hear what's happening in the news and it's always delayed and it's tailored up and you know how it goes. So save this video, share it with a friend, and please reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. And now, without further ado, here's the numbers for what's happening in the real estate markets in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and in Florida.